So this right here is either the start of a really cool hobby channel, or just an excuse for me to buy some more Warhammer and call it content. Hey everyone, welcome to Phase 2 Hobbies. My name's Ryan. This is my first ever YouTube video, so if this feels slightly awkward, that's because it is, but we'll roll with it. This channel is all about painting, modelling, Warhammer, D&D and tabletop stuff. Basically, anything that nerdy hobbies that somehow involve both tiny brushes and spending way too much money. Seriously, nobody warned me that starting a hobby would require a mortgage. I started Phase 2 Hobbies because I've always loved building and painting things, especially miniatures, and I realised something. A lot of us use hobbies as our Phase 2. You know, after school, after work, after responsibilities. What time where you finally get to sit down, relax and paint some tiny plastic soldiers. This channel is about that phase. No pressure, no perfection, just enjoying the process. The name Phase 2 also has a significance for me. It's symbolising that I feel that I've reached another point in my life and I'm entering a second phase. This second phase is me deciding to be happy and to pursue something that generally brings me joy. I feel that I'm now at a point in my life where I need to just do the things that make me happy, and yeah, if anything can come of it, then fantastic. And if not, it's just an excuse to justify to my wife why I've spent all of our money on plastic crag. As you can tell by the footage, I'm not a professional, as you can see by the camera just falling over twice, but I do have a passion, and my idea is to learn on the job and wing it. So yeah, if you relate to that, then hopefully you'll like my stuff. So here's what you can expect from this channel. Obviously Warhammer, painting, building. I collect Tomb King, I collect Tyranids for 40k, and very recently I've decided to start a Seraphon army. So there'll be lots of continuations of my armies and painting some of my backlog that has been sitting there for far too long. And yeah, I plan to enter painting competitions, so there will be lots of building and kit bashing minis, trying to come up with some cool concepts. There will also be hopefully me learning how to build scenery. I play a lot of D&D and I play a lot of Warhammer, so yeah, if I can learn how to make some cool stuff to facilitate those games, then yeah, I'd like to bring you guys along for the journey. So yeah, I will go into more detail later on in the video about other things I expect to do, but it's now about to start painting, so I'll be quiet and let's paint. So a little about me. I've been into nerdy stuff for as long as I can remember. I think I bought my first box set of Warhammer probably at the age of 9. The first thing I ever got was some Space Marines, but the thing that really brought me into enjoying and liking the hobby was the original Lizard Men from the Fun and Fantasy era. So hence why I thought it'd be fitting for my first video on YouTube to be me painting up some Dino Boys from the Seraphons. So these are the Kroxigors. See, apart from Warhammer, as I said earlier on, I'm heavily into D&D. I play Magic the Gathering. I've really wanted to get into things like Star Wars Legion. I haven't had a chance, but if that's something that you guys would be interested in learning along with me, then yeah, definitely get into that. I'm heavily into things like video games, but I'd probably say like my first love of it has always been the tabletop gaming. I'm also really into board games, especially board games that involve lots of minis, like Hero Quest, the Dark Souls board game, and things like that. As you can probably tell, there's a bit of a theme going on. If it's anything to do with modelling and painting, then yeah, that's my thing. So the idea of this channel is not for me to sit here and pretend like I'm some master at painting. I'm here as someone who's learning, wanting to improve, and just enjoys the hobby. And my idea for this channel is that we can do that stuff together. I want to make things like starting Warhammer more accessible. It's sort of taking some of the kind of like jargon away from things and just making it a little bit more relatable, because even though these hobbies are amazing, they can be incredibly confusing sometimes, especially for someone who is very, very new to the to the hobby. And I think I really want to emphasize that for me, the best parts of the hobby is not just collecting cool miniatures and playing really good games. It's the community that comes along with it. It's the fact that you can just chuck on some music and get lost in painting, and I find that one of the most relaxful things I can do. For me, one of the things I do the most is put on a YouTube video while I'm painting and modelling, and I think one of my ultimate goals would be for people to put on my videos while they're painting and modelling. It'd be a really nice kind of like full circle. For me, when I'm sitting there painting and modelling, my biggest influences are Eons of Battle, Squidmar, Boylai Hobby Times, Midwinter Minis, and Rogue Hobbies. If this channel could be anything like any of those guys, then yeah, my life would be complete. So if you guys are into painting, modelling, tabletop games, or just nerdy hobbies in general, maybe consider giving face to Hobbies a subscribe and a like. I've got a lot more planned. This is definitely just the beginning. Yeah, I'm really excited about this new chapter. Plus, subscribing definitely helps justify the amount of plastic I'm about to buy. So this is nearly wrapping up the end of this video, and yeah, I just want to say at some point I might show my face, but for now the minis are braver than I am. Thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. Thanks for hanging out with me for my first video, guys. Let me know in the comments what you're working on, what armies you're playing, or what else you'd like to see next. And welcome to Phase 2 Hobbies. I'll see you in the next one.